everybody, this is Fern11. Just updating you guys because I'm pretty upset. I'm pretty torn. Just very, very, very disappointed and tired. So I got off my shift today, and long story short, there was a. It's hard to explain if you don't know me, but like I'm a really nice guy just in general. Um, One of the managers was sick one time. I went out and bought her Gatorade out of my own pocket. There was a lady who was just really cheap, and she always orders delivery. And so, I offered to bring her pizza one time just because my shift was ending and I was going to offer to do it. So, I'm just a really nice guy. But, long story short, I got chewed out and basically verbally assaulted, which was really fun. Um, um, but I'm just gonna look at this because I do want to share this. Um, yeah, it's just I'm looking. Okay, here we go. So I'm the type of person that this sounds weird, but when someone else is in pain, it hurts me too. So when I see someone complaining about something or they're having a hard time with something, my immediate reaction is, how can I help? So with that being said, I'm gonna share something, and obviously I'm not gonna share names or anything, but it's what was done was not done with the intent of like it sounds bad, but the intent wasn't there. And so I'm just going to be completely level with you guys and be completely honest. And I can't show via I can't show my Facebook feed because I don't know how to crop images very well. So I don't know how to crop it to show the information that I want without revealing a bunch of personal information, both on my part and the other party. But basically, the place where I work, there was a girl. I don't know how old she is. She has a car and she drives by herself, so I assume she's looking to go into college, so I assume she's 18/19. But basically, a while ago, I made a point of she was complaining about working as a server, and that's totally fine. That makes sense. Because the way Pizza Hut handles servers is servers, unlike drivers, make 350 an hour. And if you, as a server, don't make enough in tips to cover making minimum wage, Pizza Hut will reimburse you up to that minimum wage limit. However, because of the way that Pizza Hut works, they do it weekly, not daily. So if you have if you have a really bad just few days, 2 or 3 days in a row, and then you have one really good day, it completely screws you over in terms of cash. So this girl was asking about she was complaining about not having any hours whatsoever. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I had a good night. I made some good money in my books. I made $50. So I'm like, okay, I'll just give her a 5 or a 10, you know? And so that I did that twice, I think. Um and she made a comment, asked on Facebook so I have a question, and that was sent on February 2nd. Sure, ask away, was my response. Are you overly nice to me, or do you have a crush on me or something? And I said, do you want the complicated answer or the simple answer or both? Simple answer, I'm very much so overly nice. Okay, and her response was, okay, good, and it's the laughing face with tears, it's laughing really hard. I was kind of confused. Thanks for clearing that up. And I went on to explain that I'm a really nice guy in general. Problem is, people like insert blank, and bad experiences with people in general made me pretty cynical and sarcastic. So while I'm very nice, I have a low tolerance for stupidity and such. That was a simple answer. Complicated answer is, I don't know. And I went on to say, she's very attractive and I do like you, but even if I wanted to ask you out, I don't date. Not anymore anyways. boundaries. So in general, just a nice guy who may or may not have a small crush, but won't act on it. I guess I'm just weird. Just go with I'm a nice guy to everyone for the most part, with a low tolerance for stupidity and jerks. People being jerks. So that's like what was said. So like that's setting the ground for what happened today slash tonight. Um, because what happened is like the and then like I went on to explain that like I do have high functioning autism. I actually have very high functioning autism. So I went on to explain that like I don't understand social boundaries. If I say something that offends or upset, I truly did not mean so and will apologize. So like and then like skip forward a little bit because this messages was sent so this event happened on February 15th, the day after Thanksgiving, or the day after whatever it was, Single Awareness Day. That's right, Valentine's Day. um, Apparently she had, and I'm not going to share what it was, but she had gotten a shot in the arm. Apparently she had also been posting stuff on Facebook because she added me on Facebook. That's how we were chatting. She had been commenting on how like just bad her week had been. And so I'm thinking, oh, okay, how can I help? Because that's my immediate reaction is someone is having a bad time that doesn't make me hate the world or doesn't make me want to rip my hair out. I want this person to stay at work because it makes work go by faster. Um, and so like I'm like, okay, do you want me to go get chocolate for you? And this was at work. And so I went and got a bar of Dove's chocolate because frankly put, and this is gonna again sound weird, but like I actually have studied the human body, partly for martial arts and partly for other reasons. But the reason that chocolate makes you feel better if you're hurting is because chocolate, when you eat chocolate, it releases, it acts as an aphrodisiac. The big thing though is it releases endorphins when you eat it. It's a feel good food. And endorphins actually block pain, or they help block pain. They help mitigate it. So I'm like, do you want me to go get you chocolate? It will help a little bit. And I explained, that the endorphins that is going to be released is going to help you feel better. It's not going to, it should help you feel better. And her response was, and I quote, yeah, I'm still in pain, but that was a delicious. Oh, I said, I hope the present helped your night. Yeah, I'm still in pain, but it was delicious. Not that one. What? You'll see, don't worry, it's not a bad surprise. I just didn't give it to you in person because there's two coworkers that we were working with that night who they're troublemakers, but in a good way, and they just would have been teasing nonstop, so I didn't do it. Or I didn't do that. But basically what ended up happening is I bought another thing of chocolate with a small chocolate rope. It was cheap, it was like $1, and put them on her dashboard. Because she had made a post earlier that week about how like she'd been making posts about how like when the one person you want to talk to the most ignores you and stuff along that lines, like it was directed at somebody, and like she'd just been having a shit week, and on top of that, like for all I knew, she had broken up with her long-term like boyfriend recently. Being single on Valentine's Day, especially after being in a longer relationship, sucks ass. So I put them in her car, which was unlocked, by the way. Her response, again, and I quote, was, "Thank you, that was really sweet." I sent a message back saying, "You're welcome. I honestly wasn't sure if I crossed a couple lines with that one. I wanted to leave it on top of your car, but I was worried it was going to blow away." It was very cold in the area, but then we had like a week of just really warm weather, so it was really windy. And I also wanted to get you something nice since being single on Valentine's Day sucks, but well, obvious line there. And I was referring to the first thing I had said where even if I did have a crush on you, I'm not going to act on it because I don't date, period. And then I said, really hope your arm heals quickly. Her response, and I quote, "Thank you, and it's okay." And so she made a further comment on Facebook where it said, something along the lines of that there were two people at work that really upset her. That's so my immediate thought is, huh, did that piss her off? Like what? And so I made a point of, okay, I sent a message and I said, am I one of the people that really upsets you? If so, I really apologize. Doing so was not my intent. Her response again, and I quote, nope, it's not you. And then she made a point of also saying like she was thinking about quitting work because there were a couple of people that are really upsetting her because of, and there was one racist comment made. But and so I sent another message saying, just wanted to say if you do decide to quit working where we work, I'll miss working with you. You're a lot of fun to work with, and it helped my shift go by really fast. She was the kind of like intelligent sarcasm, where not really mean sarcasm, but like witty, and I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like so. And then this person was looking for apartments, and so I commented, oh, still need help looking for apartments. I can give you a few more ideas because I'm actually about 6 months at the one I'm currently at. And then I made a further up comment saying, I know it's not my fault, but I'm really sorry you're having a rough week/month. She said, I found one. Oh, you did? Great. May I ask cost? You'll note I didn't ask location. I was not being a stalker, I was just asking cost. She replied, $550. And I said, not bad. What utilities does it cover? I don't know. Or she said IDK. And I said, definitely check that because they could tack on an extra couple $100 in water, gas, electric, or something else. Hopefully they won't, but always check. Now, this is going to sound weird, but there was one point where I was just getting off of work, and it was like 5 o'clock, and I had to go pick up a razor for this. I had to go pick up a trimmer, which I can't find my charger. And I made a point about, I think I might go to Taco Bell. And she was like, oh, I really want Taco Bell. That sounds really good. I'm like, I may bring you some back if I do go. And then I ended up deciding not to go, but I felt really bad about it. So I sent a message, I may go get Taco Bell. Do you want me to bring anything back? Because I knew she was at work. No, I already had dinner, but thanks. No problem, thought I'd offer. And then on Tuesday at 1:39, because she had made another post on Facebook about her day just being horrible, I said, if I can help your day be any better, let me know how I can help. Her response back threw me for a loop. I have a boyfriend for that. Now, I hesitated because I was like, okay, first of all, I didn't know you were dating, so why are you getting, short with me? I didn't know, so I was just and so I responded back with some of your comments. I didn't know if they were directed at a significant other. So I didn't know if she was directing them at a significant other, like boyfriend, or if she was just saying in general. And I thought you were single. I didn't know you'd pick someone else up. Her response again, look, you're really nice, but I'm not interested. You're not my type. Sorry. That's fine. My response back was, did you forget what you when you asked if I had a crush on you and what my response was? Even if I did, I will never act on it. This was just me being a really overly nice person/friend. Good to know you're not interested in a friend. And then I blocked her. And that was the end of it as far as I could tell. Now, she had shot me some, angry looks at work, or upset looks at work, but that was it. So that sets the scene for tonight and what just happened. I wanted to talk to the store manager because things at work kind of tend to blow up, and the store manager, while she's nice, she's also sometimes she'll do things that hurt more than help, but she doesn't realize that. And so I made a comment to her that I wanted to talk to you about this just so that the rumor mill doesn't get blown way out of proportion. And so I was explaining, that I said, this is what happened, this is what was said, and I was explaining, that I was going to explain to her that, she said she wasn't interested in a friend, she overreacted, so, we're just not going to interact, except, if she has a work-related issue, of course I'll still react, and I'll still talk to her if it's work-related, otherwise I'm just going to pretend she doesn't exist. When the regional manager comes out, and that's when things went to hell, because... So, did you put something in her car? Did you open her car and put something in? And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to recount these quite exactly, but basically, this regional manager, this person at work had gone behind my back and told the manager that apparently what I had been doing had been making her feel very uncomfortable. Making her feel very uncomfortable. And yet, thank you. Like, the stuff she was sending back gave me zero indication that she felt any sort of uncomfortability. She just went straight to the manager and, like, said that I was basically stalking her, I guess. So, did you or did you not? And so then she accuses me of breaking and entering, which, by the way, that's trespassing because the car door was unlocked. And second of all, go rewind the video a little bit. She said, "Thanks, that's really sweet. Thank you. You're fine." She didn't say it was a problem, and yet she complained about it. So she lied, basically. And so, so this manager then starts into me. And I do martial arts. Part of that is being able to read body language. This manager, or this regional manager, had me cowering because she was extremely aggressive. Just the aura she was giving off, if someone on the street were to walk towards me with that aura, I would pull a gun, I would pull a taser, I would whip mace out and get that fucker up as quick as I could because I felt threatened. I didn't know what this woman was going to do. So she starts ripping into me, and clearly I can tell I'm about to be chewed out, so I roll my eyes. And she immediately cuts me off and goes, "Don't you roll your eyes at me." In roughly that tone of voice. So, extremely domineering, extremely aggressive, and on top of that, she's controlling me by, reactions. And then she just starts laying in, did you or did you not do this? That's, and just start ripping me apart, and just, chewing me out. And so, I'm struggling here, and at one point she makes an allegation of, and if this person says that they don't want to have any further contact with you, no means no. And I started to raise my right hand because I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Tell me that I'm sorry, but look, you're really nice, but I'm not interested. You're not my type. Sorry. That doesn't tell me I don't want to have any further contact with you. That tells me, hey, I think you're hitting on me, I'm not interested. Or you're hitting on me, please don't. That's what that tells me, not I don't want to have any further contact with you and this is a potential lawsuit. That is not. And I started raising my hand, and I kid you not, this woman staring me dead in the eyes goes, "Don't you raise your hand like you're going to interrupt me. I'm going to talk." And just kept plowing through. Again, roughly in that same tone of voice. And so this woman lays into me for about 5 to 10 minutes, doesn't let me explain anything, and I had on my phone Facebook Messenger where I could have showed her these messages saying, "I don't know what you're talking about." And a couple of times I explained, "Look, I have autism. That means I don't understand social things." And she's like, "If you're in a workforce, you have to understand it." That's not how mental disorders work, first of all. But I couldn't do a thing to this woman. I couldn't get a word in. I couldn't do anything. And so finally, after she chews me out and lets me get one answer off, she goes, "I'm going to go talk to this person." Turns around and storms off. That was it. Didn't allow me to show evidence on my phone. Didn't allow me to provide a counter argument or anything. So that left me and the regular manager just standing there. And at this point, I'm on the edge of tears because I kind of live in the middle of nowhere where it's a resort town. So jobs aren't the easiest to come by. And because of my difficulties, I get getting a new job is not easy, especially one that I can hold because I have a hard time with stress as well. And so with a resort town, it can get pretty stressful. And so stress doesn't work for me. So I showed the store manager the messages, and I said, I didn't know. How could I have known when she didn't say any of this and didn't give me any warning? And I showed her all the messages that she had done. And so I was explaining all of this, and it was just the oddest fucking thing. And one of the things that the regional manager was like, did you give her money? Did you put a tip in her jar? Or in this case, it was the book that the servers have. I said, yes. And at this point, like I said, I'm almost in tears. Why? It's like, I don't fucking know for the same. I didn't say fucking, but like, I was like, I don't know for the same reason that I offered to take a lady her pizza for free on my own time after I got off work because I'm a nice person. And like, so I talked to the store manager afterwards, and I'm like, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I'm on the edge of tears, and I'm furious with how I've been treated. And so I get home, and I immediately call HR, which is Human Resources. And so I notify Human Resources as to what had been going on. What pisses me off, though, is I wish I had been recording this on my phone, which I didn't. And I'm kicking myself because of that. But so I call Human Resources to let them know what's going on, and they said, um, "Thanks for. I need to make a couple of phone calls, and I'll get back to you." Well, then the same guy sent me a text message a little bit later and said, "The region or the store manager will get back to you on this later." Well, what does that mean? When is later? Um, the thing that upsets me though is one, this person had, and like I admit, it's creepy. Like looking at it from an exterior personality, like, or not an exterior personality, but like looking at it from the outside, yes, that does seem very weird if you don't know me. And the regional manager, like, she'll come and she'll occasionally like cut one pizza, or she'll do like she'll lift the wings or the fries up if they're burning, but like she won't really do any work while she's there. Like, so she doesn't interact with people. And like honestly, I am a really nice person. I'm just the nice guy that everyone kind of takes advantage of. That's who I am. Which I'm not to say that my friends IRL do that, but like I'm just that person. Like when someone else is hurting or in pain, it hurts me too. And so like looking at it from the outside, like just from that one perspective, because I don't know what this person told the managers. Yeah, it sounds creepy as fuck. But and then I showed like the store manager those messages, and I said, how was I to know any of this? I was given no warning. I was given no information whatsoever, contrary to saying, hey, you're being weird, stop. I didn't know. And like I said, with my particular variant of the syndrome that I have, I don't get social barriers. Like I don't understand. And so like for me, when someone's in trouble, like if there was a mail server, which we never have mail servers, or if there was a server that I liked, I guess I should say, and they're short on cash, I would do the exact same thing. I'd offer to get him money. If there was a guy, well, guys don't eat chocolate to feel better, so, well, not normally. So like I wouldn't know quite how to approach that. But if there was a guy in pain, I would like offer, like, you need me to pick up some ibuprofen or something? Like I would offer to do so. That's just who I am. And so like when I am not told that it's not okay, and when on top of that, then that person then goes around and says to the manager, this is really upsetting, it needs to stop. Like then the store manager or the regional manager turns around and just starts ripping me apart like that. Like how the fuck am I supposed to react? How the hell am I supposed to respond? And so like, and I actually did say that to the store manager. I was like, I wish I had been told. But because I didn't receive any information contrary to what, that's okay, you're fine, how was I to know this? And she didn't really say anything. She just said, yeah, you're good to go. Did you punch out already? So I don't think I've been terminated, but I don't know that I'm going to have my job after this, because when I talked to HR and they said, the store manager will get back to you on this later, like, I don't know if I'm going to be fired for challenging the regional manager, because the only one that has any proof that she was ripping me apart and being like that is the store manager, and I don't know that she's going to back me up on this one. Like, I just don't know. So then it becomes my word against hers, which makes it very easy to dismiss. So here I am, shit out of luck, dealing with this, and it's like, okay, so I don't know what's going to happen. I may be homeless and jobless again. So if that is the case, I'm basically going to be disappearing from the internet for a while, because I have no internet, I have no way to connect, I don't have a way to power my computer. So I don't know what's going to happen. Just kind of shit stuff just has been happening, and this has been a horrible day. It's been a horrible night, and this happened like 2 hour, 3 hours ago. So like I don't know, but like it can't be okay for a regional manager to just verbally assault an employee like that, let alone refusing to allow them to defend themselves. Like that's I don't. So we'll see what happens. I'll update you guys once I know anything. Frankly, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. So I will let you guys know when like I said, when I hear anything. I may have lost my job. I may be homeless tomorrow. I don't know. So we'll see. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry to drag everybody down with this work-related bullshit. I'll see you in the next video, which I'm actually working on Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, which is more than halfway done. So I'm very pleased with that. I'm glad I actually have a stable way to record it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in whatever the next episode is.